Lesson 6-2, Example 2. Our objective is learning to find the mean, median, mode, and range of a data set. So here we have a set of data, car wash totals for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th grades. 6th grade 12, 7th grade 11, 8th grade 14, and 9th grade 15. So we want to find the mean, median, mode, and range of that data set. So let's start with the mean, because we've looked at that already. And the mean, or the average, is going to be all of the items in a set added together and divided by that number of items. So I have 12 plus 11 plus 14 plus 15. And when I add all those together, I have 23 and 37 and 52. And I'm going to divide that sum by the number of items, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 goes into 5 one time, 1, 2, 4 goes into 12 three times, and I'm at an end. So my mean average is 13. Total 13 car washes. Now the other statistical landmarks here, median, mode, and range, we'll need to look at now. So let's start first of all with the range. And when we find range, we need to know both the minimum data point and the maximum data point. So in this set of information, our minimum data point is 11, and our maximum data point is 15. And the range is the difference between the maximum and the minimum. We could think of that as maximum minus the minimum. So that's just the difference in there. So I say 15, in this case 15 minus 11. 15 minus 11 is 4. So our range for this set of data is 4 washes. So that's how we'd find that. You want to think both minimum and maximum, and then the difference between the two. Well, for a mode is the number that happens most often. So in this case, we have an 11 that shows up one time. We have 12 car washes that showed up one time, 14 that showed up one time, and 15 that showed up one time. So this is how often this data point, this actual piece of data, shows up. And each one of those only shows up once. So we would actually say our mode in this case is none. Now I'll show you one in just a moment that does have a mode that's not none. It does have a mode, so we'll take a look at that. But in this case, the mode is none because all of them show up with the same frequency. So finally, we want to look at median. And median is the number, kind of the middle point. The middle point of a set of data. And when we're doing that, when we find the median, the first thing we want to do is take our data and put it in numerical order from least to greatest. So I'm going to put down, I have 11, 12, 14, and 15. And when I'm finding the median, I want the number that's right in the middle. So I'm just going to start on either end and cross off. So I'm going to take off the smallest and the largest until I get to my middle. Well, in this case, I have an even number of pieces of data. So I'm right here, I have 12 and 14. The median is the middle. So I want to be right in between 12 and 14. So halfway between 12 and 14 is 13. So in this case, my median is 13 car washes. Now let's take a look here at what might happen if we change this data a little bit. Let's see if we had this as our data. Let's say we had 12 car washes, 11 car washes, 14 car washes, 15 car washes, so like, and another class, let's say the 9th grade decided to join us, they also got 11 car washes in there. So if I want to find my mode in this case, remember that mode is the one that comes up most often. So 12 only shows up one time, 11 shows up twice, 14 shows up once, and 15 shows up once. Well, if we want the data point that shows up the most often, that's 11. It shows up 2 times. So in this case, our mode would be 11. What about median? So remember, median is that one right in the middle. So I'm going to go from least to greatest, order my data. So I have 11, I have 11 again, 12, 14, and 15. So I'm just going to go from my outside smallest and largest and cross off, moving in towards the middle. So 11 and 15, cross those out. 11 and 14, cross those out. And then when I have an odd number of data, then I will end up with a single number as a data point. In this case, that number is 12. So the median for this set of data is 12. So taking a look at how mode and median can change depending on what our data is.